Hey y'all, I'm back with another video. I'm gonna talk about this Lil Durk situation. And this murder for hire charge, the indictment that they have on him. This is crazy. It seemed like these rappers, it's like a black cloud over these rappers lately. Everybody's getting in trouble, they getting locked up. What's going on in the hip-hop world, the hip-hop and rap culture? What is going on? Everybody is getting in trouble. What are you doing? It's always something. Now they got Lil Durk, and Tekashi 6ix9ine, he got picked up a couple days ago. So it's constant stuff. And with this Lil Durk situation, it's kind of weird because we don't really know facts surrounding the case yet. We know they picked them up, and we only speculating. But we're gonna get into this video and see what this lawyer is talking about, because this is a lawyer who is talking about what he think is happening, and whatever it is, we just gonna get into it. So let's just watch.
It's about Lil Durk being indicted. Let's get into the facts. There is an indictment out in California. It's federal. It includes a charge, murder for hire. Murder for hire resulting in death is punishable by life in prison. Now, in the indictment out in California, there are 5 people named. None of those people is Lil Durk. There is, however, in that indictment, a mention to other conspirators. Those people could be named. They have not been named yet. What do the feds say about this conspiracy? They take you back to 2020 and the murder of King Von. Then they say that after Von was murdered, a high-ranking member of OTF let it be known that there was a bounty on the head of an individual involved in that King Von murder. That's believed to be Quando Rondo. So reading between the lines of the indictment, the feds are saying that Durk put money on Rondo's head. Then the feds say that 2 years later, 5 people from Chicago with some other conspirators traveled to LA, attempted to murder Quando Rondo, hit somebody else.
Okay, they got a lot of evidence. They got a lot of evidence if they are able to say that. And then how would they know that it was a bounty out on? Why would they, if a high-ranking member of OTF did announce that, who he announced it to? Did he do it on social media? Why don't people do, they crimes in silence? People just get up there and run their mouth. Y'all got to be quiet. Even though if you did it, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get what's coming to you, because karma is not going to play with you. But what I'm saying is, how was they able to find that out so fast? Honey, the feds is smart. Y'all better stop playing with them for real. So, yeah, that's my opinion.
Who was standing right next to Quando's car. The feds have a lot of evidence. They've got plane tickets. They say the plane tickets were purchased using an OTF associated credit card. They say the gun was supplied by an OTF associate. They have 5 people.
I know all that. If y'all, look. So, okay, I'm not going to say how they know all that. Of course, we know that it's a way they can find out. But if this is true, why would you buy plane tickets for the guys using a credit card, that is linked back to OTF? Why would you do that? Am I missing something here? Honey, it's a paper trail. It's leading the mouse with some cheese. What is y'all doing? Yeah.
People in custody, they're probably going to get some more, and then they're going to start squeezing on people and say, hey, have you seen this man? Does he run this crew? Did he provide some money to you? The thing about the indictment in California, this is a murder for hire plot. And what's very interesting is they've arrested who they believe are the shooters. They have video of the shooting, and they've identified the individuals they say are the shooters. And in their indictment, they refer to co-conspirators who have not been named, and that's who they're really after, if you ask me, because you read that indictment and it says that a bounty was put up, that these guys went out, they took the shot, they attempted the bounty, they killed somebody, they went to collect on the bounty, and the indictment says the bounty was paid.
Okay, so that means that they know. They have a lot of evidence, and as we continue to watch him, you will see that he kind of speculate that the feds don't really know who paid the bounty. But if you know anything about the feds, they not coming unless they got hardcore evidence. People know that the feds, their cases, they win. It's hard to win a Fed case. We know that from history. So I feel like if they went and picked him up, Lil Durk, they got some hardcore evidence that leads back to him. So yeah, they probably have more than they're gonna tell the public. We'll eventually see everything, but I don't think they'll pick him up knowing that it's a chance that he can win. Although this is not the only lawyer. It was another lawyer who was speaking on this case, and he said that he believed that there's a chance Lil Durk can win this case. But let's continue to watch.
And so if you can prove who paid that bounty, who's the money man, that's who you're going to want to go after if you're the feds. And so if you've got the shooters picked up, that's who you're going to lean on if you're the feds. And you're going to say, where did the money come from? Who put up the money? Now, if you can't connect the shooting to a money man, then you can't get the money man. Unless you have hard evidence of the money transfer, you're going to need somebody probably to say, you're going to need a witness to say that guy gave me the money, or that guy gave me the money to give to this guy. But it's very hard to prove who hands over the cash without witness testimony. We saw this in the 6ix9ine case. 6ix9ine apparently put bounties up. How did they figure it out? Somebody said, 6ix9ine told me. Here's the big thing you got to understand about the Lil Durks situation. The indictment that's been released is not a gang RICO charge. In a gang...
which works in Lil Durk's favor. Because if it was a gang charge and they could prove he a part of that gang, it's over for him. It's literally a murder for hire conspiracy case. So if they can prove that he paid, if they can prove that he paid that bounty, it's over for him. But we don't know if they can. That's why I'm eager to find out. I don't know when that information is going to be released, but we're talking about the feds. These are people that don't play. So I have a feeling that they got more than they told us.
Charge, if they prove you're in the gang, you're responsible for the acts of the other gang members. However, this is murder for hire. Doesn't matter if he's in a gang or what, or this or that. What's going to matter here is, did he hire someone for the murder? Okay, so unless they link Durk to the money, it's not murder for hire. RICO gang would be totally different. Then you start talking about, did this guy ever wear the words OTF on his shirt? Did he ever do that? This is not that case. It's murder for hire. They're going to try to connect him to the money that was paid to the shooter. That's the only way they get him on murder for hire, which you face life for if the murder for hire involved a death. Here, they didn't kill who he was hired to, so maybe you better hope you don't.
Man, so look, y'all. He just made an interesting point at the end, and I wonder how that would work, because even if it's a murder for hire and they didn't kill the person that was for hire, which they didn't, because the person that ended up getting killed was not the person that they were supposed to kill according to what the feds are saying. And if that's the case, how does that work? Can they prove that Lil Durk had anything to do with this? Can they prove that he paid this out? You would think that whoever set this up would not pay this with their own bank accounts and things like that can be traced back to them. You would think that. But they already made a huge mistake when they paid for the plane tickets with the OTF credit card. So possibly, but I feel like if that bounty was paid and it was traceable, Lil Durk would have been locked up a long time ago. The evidence would have been so clear, and it wouldn't have taken them this long to get him. I believe that they are having a hard time to really prove where the money came from. Now, they said this lawyer said that it was confirmed that the bounty was paid, but who paid it? And that's where I believe the problem come in at. I believe they can't really prove it. They probably have things that is leaning towards Lil Durk. Maybe, there was a withdrawal out of one of his accounts, something like that, but they cannot prove that money went to those guys who did it. So we just gotta wait to see how this play out. Lil Durk is from my hometown. I hate that all this is going on in the, hip-hop culture. You got so many young guys that look up to these rappers and things like that, and they don't think about that. It's a blessing to even be where you at, and you so focused on the wrong stuff. You could have stayed in the hood if this the lifestyle that you wanted to live. You have the opportunity to get out of the hood and be an influence on the younger guys. Y'all just, it's an embarrassment, and y'all letting the communities down. You really are. So it's disappointing, but we still don't know what's going on. We haven't heard concrete evidence yet, so we have to be patient. So I'm gonna keep looking at this story and keep following it. If anything new come out, I will be making another video. But until then, that's all I have for you guys. If you have any, input on this, comment below. And until next time, see you guys.